The Untold Story of China, a rich tapestry of culture and tradition. China is a country with a rich and fascinating history that spans over thousands of years. The history of China is as old as the civilization itself, and it is full of significant events, cultural achievements, and political and social changes. The history of China is often divided into different periods, each with its unique characteristics and important events. In this article, we will give an introduction to Chinese history, which will provide a foundation for understanding the country's complex and diverse past. The history of China begins in the Neolithic period, which dates back to around 5000 BCE. During this time, the Chinese people developed agriculture, pottery, and other cultural practices that laid the foundation for their civilization. The Bronze Age was a significant period in Chinese history, which lasted from 2000 BCE to 700 BCE. During this time, the Chinese people developed bronze metallurgy, which allowed them to create sophisticated tools and weapons. The Zhou dynasty, which ruled from 1046 BCE to 256 BCE, was a critical period in Chinese history. It was during this time that Confucianism, Taoism, and other philosophical and religious traditions emerged in China. The Qin dynasty, which ruled from 221 BCE to 206 BCE, was the first imperial dynasty in Chinese history. It was during this time that the Great Wall of China was constructed, and standardization of laws, writing, and weights and measures was implemented. The Han dynasty, which ruled from 206 BCE to 220 CE, was a prosperous period in Chinese history. The Silk Road, a trading route that connected China to the Mediterranean, was established during this time, which led to increased trade and cultural exchange between China and other countries. The Tang dynasty, which ruled from 618 CE to 907 CE, was another significant period in Chinese history. It was during this time that China became a cultural and economic center of Asia, and many important cultural and artistic achievements were made. The history of China is a vast and complex subject that cannot be covered in a single article. However, this introduction to Chinese history provides an overview of the country's long and fascinating past. From the Neolithic period to the present day, China has been a center of culture, art, philosophy, and politics. By understanding the history of China, we can gain a better understanding of the country's present and future, and appreciate the rich cultural heritage of this ancient civilization.